So one huge thing that's really hot right now and has been for a long time is posture. And I have been doing a lot of thinking and a lot of working in my practice on posture in the past, the traditional way, and now changing the way that I think because of the things that I've seen and the things that I witness in other coaches and other trainers that we see differently. So one big thing that I've always been taught is that if somebody has an anterior pelvic tilt, it's arched out, that you're automatically going to have back pain. Another would be forward head posture. You're always going to have neck pain. And is this true for the general population? Absolutely not. But more often than not, when someone is experiencing pain or leaking or symptoms of any sort, the practitioner that they are going to see is going to tell them that they have faulty posture. I've seen this a lot of times in my practice with the clients who've walked in my door, and I used to be one to completely back that up and say, yeah, you do. This is what's wrong with you, and now we can fix it. But the truth is that what I was seeing and what other practitioners were seeing were actually different. And so now this client is completely confused. They have no clue where their pelvis or their rib cage or whatever else they're doing is in orientation in space. They know what their normal is from one person saying it to another person saying it. And it gets very, very confusing, very daunting, very fast, very frustrating. For example, I actually worked with a client who had severe SI joint pain, who had done all the things, had gone to see all the people. It was affecting her life, and she came to see me. We didn't really talk much about posture. I just kind of took note of what her general alignment was. To me, honestly, her posture was fantastic. She was very upright, and she just looked fantastic. So I didn't say anything to her about it. We were just trying to get her working through other ranges of motion, things she didn't usually do, working through the movements she did do that flared up her symptoms to see if we could help her work through that on her own at home. And that was helpful for her, but she was still experiencing pain. She was in and out seeing me. And then the last I saw her, she had gone to see a chiropractor who again told her that because of years of poor posture, that's what was contributing to her symptoms. She also needed core strength. She's now doing Pilates. I checked in with her not too long ago, and I think she's doing well, but I also think that may just be because she's doing something different than she was before. Just like with me, when her symptoms weren't as bad, she was doing something different than she was before. And that's where me and that practitioner do not see eye to eye. I can clearly see the bias and those false truths, those fake news stories coming through, because her posture, there was absolutely nothing wrong with her posture. I do not personally think her posture was contributing to her pain, but I think that the guidance she was given to do something different, that did help her. And so I think posture is one of those big things where it varies from one practitioner to another from what we see. We don't always see eye to eye as people. So what one person may see as an anterior pelvic tilt, another person is going to see as a posterior pelvic tilt. And when it comes to dealing with clients who are in pain, who are symptomatic, who are scared of movement because they are feeling pain and feeling stress and worry around their pain, it's not very helpful to rely on that postural model and say this is the reason why, because maybe they've been told something different before. They've been trying to do all the things. They've been trying to sit up straight. They know their posture is terrible and that's contributing to their symptoms. And a lot of the times it's not just that. That's not the baby. That's not the issue at hand. So I think for this particular client, the one I'm referencing to, her baby was something different than her posture. And we were working on figuring that out. And I think what she needed is to do something differently and have power over what she was doing and take that control. And I think in a lot of cases, that's what the clients need. That's what people need. They don't need us telling them what's wrong with them and what they need to fix and how they are doing things wrong. They need to hear that it's okay. It's going to be okay. Here, let's try this, and we'll see what happens. Give them the reins, give them the power over their pain or their symptoms, help them figure it out, and listen to their stories, listen to what they're telling you. That's the most important part of it, right? We want to support our clients. We don't want to tell them everything they're doing is wrong. So let's support them.